Are you looking for gift ideas for Warhammer Painters in your family, but can't quite figure out what to get them? It's hard enough finding presents for people as it is, let alone buying presents for a person that has a hobby that they already have everything for. Buying gifts for a miniature painter can be quite hard. I know this because I am one, and I've been painting miniatures for the past 20 years, so I know exactly how hard it can be to find a present for someone when they've already got literally everything. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 11 perfect gift ideas for a miniature painter, because the last thing you want is for them to open up the present when they get it, look at you blankly and say, Margaret, I've already got 4 of these. Also, stick around to the end of the video where I can tell you exactly where to get all of these without even leaving the comfort of your own home. So without further ado, here's gift idea number 1, a brand new paint set. In particular, Vallejo model color paint set. Vallejo paints are very widely known in the Warhammer / painting community for their great coverage and overall incredible pigments when they come out on the actual model itself. The miniature painter in your life will very much appreciate this as a gift. Side note to add on top of this, as a miniature painter or any hobbyist, you can never have enough paints. Gift idea number 2 is Kolinsky Sable brushes. These brushes in particular are amongst the top tier of paintbrushes used by miniature painters, especially by the professionals. Just look at any of their reviews online. They're perfect for fine detail painting, and as a result of their incredible brush tips, they produce the best results when painting miniatures. And once again, just like gift idea number 1, you can never have too many paintbrushes. Gift idea number 3 is hobby knife blades. If anyone has ever used hobby knife blades or even Stanley blades, you know that the blades don't always hold up for a long amount of time. You're always having to change them out, put new ones in, and it's just part of the tool. It comes part and parcel with the hobby and the tool itself, that you have to keep changing them out because they just go dull after using them, which is why a set of roughly about 12, nothing too crazy. You don't want to give them like 50 to 100 blades because it's like, well, why do I need that many? You don't necessarily need that many, but a gift set of like maybe 12, like a pack of 12 that come in a set, would be perfect for a gift. Gift idea number 4 is basing materials. No Warhammer model is complete without a decent looking base, whether or not that's a 3D custom printed one or one that you create yourself. Basing materials is a big part of the hobby, whether you know that or not, but now you do. So buying someone some extra grass tufts or like, you know, miniature basing rocks in a like a little packet you get along with the pack, or even fake moss, which is a thing, you can buy fake moss, would be a great idea to buy them something for their basing that would really help them out. Also guys, if you're getting any value from this video and I'm helping you out at all, help me out and give me a like down below. Number 5 is a paint rack organizer. Now I myself have a paint organizer rack and it looks like this. They are incredible, and they keep all of your paints nice and tidy, nice and all organized, so that you're not leaving them around all over your desk. And these can fit anywhere on a desk. You know, not every desk is as tiny as my one is right now, but I can put them on the floor, I can put them to the side of me, so that if I ever need a paint whilst I'm painting my miniature, I can just go to this rack, find the color I need, take it out, get a little bit of paint onto the paint palette, put it back in, and it's tidy. It's a really, really good idea. Gift idea number 6 is milliput sculpting clay, or milliput. I don't actually know how you say that, but milliput sculpting clay. A great addition for any model painter would be this clay. This stuff, honestly, is incredible. I've used it many times for basing, filling in any unwanted gaps in any of my minis, or just creating new things on the miniature that you can't buy elsewhere, such as like capes or like a flag or something. Honestly, this stuff is incredible, and any miniature painter that you know would appreciate and know exactly what this stuff is, and they would love you for it. Trust me, this stuff is incredible. Now, gift idea number 7 kind of links into the previous gift idea, and that's sculpting tools. Now, yes, you can use your fingers to sculpt things and put them onto models, but to get more of an accurate and better look with the stuff that you're sculpting tools go way ahead of any kind of finish that you're ever going to get with just fingers. Sculpting tools can be expensive, yes, I understand that, but they can also be fairly cheap. You don't need expensive things when it comes to miniature painting, because you're not sculpting this crazy intricate looking vase out of clay. You're just simply creating these tiny little capes, these tiny little like add-ons. Maybe it's like a flag, and you want to create a really nice looking finish. You want to use sculpting tools. So again, buying sculpting tools to go along with the sculpting clay would be very much appreciated by the person you're buying it for. Gift idea number 8 is a dry brush set. Now, dry brushing in this hobby is something that isn't done by everyone. It's not a common practice, but it is used by a lot of people. Now, dry brushing is literally what it sounds. You get a dry brush, maybe you wet it up a little bit, then you put the dry brush into a bit of paint, and then it sounds stupid, I know, but you wipe off as much of the paint that you can on the brush, and then with the little bit of paint that's left in the brush bristles, you then just quickly literally brush over the model, all over the edges that you want to be highlighted / give a bit of an edge shine to, and it creates what we like to call in the biz an edge highlight. Now, dry brushing does destroy a lot of brushes, so maybe getting them an extra, maybe in like a new set, should we say? A new set of dry brushes would be great, because they'd appreciate it. They'd appreciate having something else they can use, know they've got something in reserve, that if they destroy their current dry brushing brushes, they've got something to go back to. And also, it's a pretty cool finish, and I think if the miniature painter that you're thinking of / have in your family, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your boyfriend, maybe it's your girlfriend, maybe it's your sister, brother, you name it, if they haven't started doing dry brushing, you could introduce them to it by giving this dry brush paint set. They're gonna be like, oh, what is dry brushing? Then they'll go to YouTube or Google and type in what is dry brushing, and therefore they've already gained a new bit of information and maybe even a new skill when it comes to actually painting their models. Gift idea number 9 is a fairly simple / straightforward one, but it is essential. It's one of the hobby painting essentials, and that is a black matte primer. Black matte priming your miniatures will allow you to then put acrylic onto the model, because if you don't prime your miniature at all, you're going to have completely inconsistent painting all over the place. It's not a very pretty sight. So actually being able to prime your models with a good and decent black spray paint is an essential. So maybe even getting them another 2 cans of this black spray paint would go a very long way in their painting journey, because that means they don't have to go out. They know they've got another 2 just waiting for them once their current one runs out, because everyone knows priming your models is a key part of miniature painting. Gift idea number 10 is a book. I don't mean any old book. I mean the ultimate book, and that's actually what it's called. The Ultimate Warhammer Book, also known as Warhammer 40,000, The Ultimate Guide. Now, in this book, there are a plethora of photographs of miniatures that have been painted by professionals in this hobby, and what they can do is they can go through this book, maybe it's just like a casual read, but also what they can do is they can go through this book, and maybe they've got Sisters of Battle, for example, or the generic Space Marines. Now, you watching this right now, you may not have any idea what a Space Marine is, but the people that are actually into this hobby will know exactly what I mean when I say Space Marines. And if you don't, it doesn't matter, but buy them this book, because that way they can go through this book, find their army or find pictures of their army, and then use it as like a reference image. Say if they get stuck during a painting, right, they can go to this book, pick up the page and be like, oh, okay, that's how that's painted. I'm now going to actually get my model and try and copy that as close as I possibly can. Or maybe they just want it for inspiration. Maybe they want to get a new army in the next 2 years or something. They can go through this book, have a little look, see how they're painted, and then maybe come up with some inspiration as to what they want to paint their own models like. It's just a good idea, and books are great. Everyone knows this. Books are great. And it will make a very nice addition to their bookshelf, trust me. And finally, gift idea number 11, which is a mini light box. Now, you don't need a massive light box, and if anyone does photography, you know exactly what one of these is. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, a light box, which you can easily Google right now if you really want to, but a light box is basically this little sort of like contraption that you put things in, and when you take a picture, it basically creates a nice even lighting around the back of the photo, so that the forefront, which is the main focus of the picture, is very well lit up and highlighted, and you can see every little detail, and they're just really good for small projects when you want to become a photographer, or if you want to take good pictures of whatever. You put your thing into the light box, you take a picture, and the flash from the picture creates a nice even coverage over the background, and it makes the thing that you're taking a picture of stand out more, basically. So maybe get them like a small little like a little light box that when they take pictures of their minis, and then when they want to put it online, it looks incredible. One of the most proudest moments as a miniature painter is you finishing a model and someone saying to you, wow, that looks really good, like I love what you've done there. And it's just a way of showing that you are good at what you're doing as a hobby. Like, imagine doing something you love and enjoy, and then someone saying, wow, you're really good at that. That's what a light box can do to a picture, to make them think, oh wow, that looks really good. And it just shines back on the person that is actually doing the hobby and uploading the pictures. Imagine that. Just imagine the joy. Imagine the joy. So there we have it, 11 incredible gift ideas for the avid hobbyist in your life. To get all of these presents without actually leaving your house within a couple of clicks, go down to the description down below, hit the links because I've listed every single one that I've mentioned in this video down below. All you got to do is head over to the link, click it, it'll take you through to an Amazon link, and then all you got to do is add it to your basket, hit order, and it comes straight to your door. All of that without even leaving your house. And no, before you say anything, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I just use these items a lot, and I know that every single thing I mentioned in this video and listed down below is worth every penny.